And finally, please, a huge round of applause, our protagonist, Tris, Shailene Woodley!
She hugs everybody. So
Welcome to Hall H!
That's right, she didn't hug anybody.
Come forward and be judged!
I heard.
Oh, there you are. You guys are massive on the back there. So just so you know, if you pick your nose or something, that 7,000 people will see.
Thanks for telling.
I just wanted to, I'm being a bro. Veronica, Neil, could you guys just set up the world of Divergent a little bit? Explain the society, talk about the factions, the choosing ceremony, and just kind of what the idea of Divergent is.
Well, it's all obviously based on Veronica's book. It takes place 100 and something years in the future. Veronica has different ideas than I do about that, but it takes place in Chicago. After some, Chicago. We were there for months and months. Love it there. And
I like that they wooed. It's a dystopian Chicago.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's like Chicago.
That's what it's like there now, actually.
Yeah.
And at least in the winter, it feels that way. Anyway, there's been some kind of war, cataclysm, and the city is actually walled. And now, right now, Chicago is a city of millions. In the future, it's just a city of, tens of thousands, much smaller. And Veronica.
Okay. So, for some reason, the world of futuristic Chicago is divided into 5 factions. Each are dedicated to cultivating a particular virtue in their members. The virtues, it would be really bad if I couldn't remember them all right now, but sometimes that happens when I get nervous, so I'm going to try. They're bravery, selflessness, honesty, intelligence, and peacefulness or kindness. So everyone in the city has to fit into one of those 5 groups, and the story is about a young woman named Tris, who grows up in the selfless faction where she feels stifled and has to choose where she wants to go, and she feels this, kind of nudge toward Dauntless, which is the brave faction. But joining it would mean leaving her family behind forever. So the book is about her choice and its consequences.
Excellent. And is there anything specifically about the choosing ceremony that you want to talk about or share?
Well, it's almost like a graduation ceremony. Basically, there's this. In order, you can, at a certain age, you can decide which faction you want. You can choose which faction you want to be in, and the way you choose is that there's an aptitude test, which is this kind of it's this psychological kind of dream state that they put you into, and then they put various challenges to you in that dream state, and based on that, they determine what faction you're best suited for. And then once you've sort of learn the results, then there's a ceremony where you come up on stage in a room like this, and you slit your palm and drop blood into one of 5 bowls.
Which everyone will have to do after the panel.
Yeah, we're doing that later. That represent the factions, and in doing so, you sort of pay, your sort of a sacred allegiance to that faction, and then you are with that faction. And once you've chosen, there's really no going back to your family. So. Tris Chase character, Tris, is from Abnegation, the selfless group. She chooses to go to Dauntless, which is what she wants to do, but it closes the door on her life with her family, and so because they've sort of determined that that's the way society can work, and people kind of make these firm commitments to each of their factions. That's what keeps society in balance.
So is this the clip? Is this the clip that